back, I'm Gertie Rude. Back again, that Wednesday mood. Well, here I am on Wednesday, and we're here with old Jess Phillips. Yes, isn't she Minister for Safeguarding and Children or something? Oh, bless her. Oh, dearie me, yes, she's in a bit of a hue and a cry at the moment. One thing and all things being considered. So let's jump in and see what she's got to say rather than what everybody else says she's got to say. Come on then, what's going on, Jess? Tell your Auntie Gert.
Keir Starmer says that you have been put at risk after being publicly pilloried by Elon Musk.
What?
Is that how it feels? Do you feel afraid for your life?
Stop. Right, that's Sketsy there. Fly News. Say no more, Kathy Newsom, whatever her name is. Kathy bleeding Nuisance. This... Oh, no, stop. This is terrible. So he's been pilloried. I don't think she was pilloried. I think Musk, and I don't like Musk. I've said it enough times. I don't like Musk. Don't like his platform. Don't like what he stands for. Oh yeah, free speech. It's not free speech to do half the things that they get away on doing on Twitter, like the Taliban and people like that, and other varying nefarious entities that sit quite happily on his horrible little platform, ruining people's lives. So no, I don't speak up for Musk, but I don't think he pilloried this woman. All I think he was sort of questioning as a foreigner is why doesn't she do her job? But anyway, Kathy Nuisance has said it's being pilloried. Was it pilloried when they used to throw apples or something at you, the town square or whatever, something or other, no one cares about. Didn't they used to do it to a particular type of women? Yeah, so pilloried, yeah, maybe that is the right adjective.
Your family's life?
Look, it hasn't been pleasant, and Keir is absolutely right in what he says.
No.
But I have had to sort of...
Safeguarding minister that doesn't feel safe herself all of a sudden. See, that's what happens. So when you're safeguarding minister for children and this, that and the other, and you've got where you are today by standing on the platform of women's rights, one thing and another, to such a degree that when you get in power, somebody turns around and says, here, I know what you should do. I'll tell you, I've got the perfect job for you. I have, Miss Phillips. Yes, I have. Here, you could be safeguarding minister for children and women's and things, you can. And so anyway, what you do is then, when you're called out about something that's been going on for like decades, and obviously she's not the first or last probably safeguarding minister that's done sod all, or MP for the area that's done sod all, or being in opposition and done sod all, when they could have sat the other side of the house screaming at the Tories for the last 14 years about this, but no. What you do is you make it all about yourself. You make it all about yourself. Never mind all the victims, all those little girls. Let's hear about Miss Phillips. Come on, Miss.
Step outside of it and just try and crack on with my life and my work.
Crack on.
To be blunt, has
she looks very thin, doesn't she? Are you on a Zimpics,
Well,
darling?
look,
Right?
there is absolutely no doubt that this whole storm,
Right.
wherever it started,
Yes. About 40 years ago.
meant that I've had to make changes to my life. Yes, that is absolutely the case.
No, stop, I can't carry on. This is so dramatic. Those horrible girls, they caused all this. And Elon Musk and everybody's telling me I should have been doing my job. I've had to make changes now. Suddenly it's all about me. I feel a bit faint. I feel a bit dizzy. Anyway, let's carry on.
Security changes.
Yeah, of course.
Well, you know the thing about being safeguarding minister, I should think you're pretty hot on the old security. Especially if on top of that, you are a sitting minister in a serving government. I'm sure you've got your own private security. Oh, don't tell Harry. Don't tell Harry. Have you got your private security? Oh, my giddy heart. That's what we should do. We should let Harry know. He'll be ranting and raving about that, he will, won't he? How come Miss Phillips gets security and I don't? I've just got the old bleeding, what's her name? The muchness. I'll stand behind her. I'll put her in front of me. She can be my security. Anyway, back to the safeguarding minister, Sinister, whatever her name is. Come on, Mess, what's going on?
Consider risk in these situations.
You do? How wise of you, darling.
But I won't actually let it change my life. I have a job to do, and I'm going to crack.
She's not going to let it change her life. So is that the same life that actually, where you don't actually do a lot, actually, basically? Is that the life that you're not going to let it change? So, as you said, Crack on, love.
On with doing that job.
It's like a crack on.
There's an element of fear in your life now that was not there before.
The element of fear that has existed in my life since the moment I was elected, since the moment I was a woman who spoke up for other women and girls.
Right.
The element of risk.
But not grooming gangs. Not the young girls and old. Other girls. What girls were you speaking up for? And risk. Look, we're all at risk at the moment due to your stupid, and not just you individually, but every woman and child in the country at the moment is at risk of all sorts of manner of things that are happening, being swept under the carpet. But no, anyway, it's back to Miss Phillips. What's going on, darling? With her security guards and her electric wiring and all this crap they've got to protect them, and her motorcades and everything. It's back to Miss. Oh dear, my poor girl. So terrible. Go on.
It's just elevated a bit of late.
No, nothing elevates around you,
Initially,
darling.
there was virtual radio silence
Or
from
her.
leadership, from your senior colleagues.
Right.
Did that hurt? Were they worried about jeopardising the
Oh my God,
relationship with
the
Donald Trump?
I genuinely,
Stop.
and you'd have to
Sensible
ask Keir Starmer, who I spoke to. There was no radio silence for me. I'd spoken to Keir Starmer.
Yeah. You know when they keep saying it's to put space between what they've just said and the next line they're thinking up. Go on.
You know, almost immediately.
Right.
But I think genuinely the concern
So not genuinely
was
then,
that
not genuinely
what
at all.
reaction that they give might cause me further harm.
Oh
While
my
we're
God,
talking about
no, the
this.
safeguarding minister's having harm. She's having harm people in the car. Should we have a march? I think we should all meet together and have a march. The safeguarding minister, sinister, whatever her bleeding name is, Miss Phillips. Up at your Tower of London, by your London Bridge with your Westminster Abbey, whatever it is, palace. She's having harm. Harm's going to become... not nearly as much harm as became those girls, my darling. But anyway, do carry on, because, like, I'm sort of, you know...
Let's reprise. Elon Musk
Bored
called
wretched
him
anyway.
an evil witch, a rape, genocide apologist. I mean, what is the point
No,
of
genocide's a bit-
online hate laws, of
No, actually
online
it isn't.
safety laws?
To be fair, it's
if
not.
the richest, most powerful
Mate!
tech titan of them all can't
She's
be
on a
brought
Zimpic.
to
She's
heel?
on shush, Kathy Nuisance. I'm here now. This is my channel. It's Gertius Rudius. Now, Miss Phillips, more salient, you should do an interview for me, darling, because what I want to know is where did you get those cheekbones, sweetheart? Where did you get them from? And those teeth. Anyway, no.
The laws apply to Elon Musk as much as they apply to anybody else.
Right.
You'd like to see him prosecuted?
Well, look,
I'd like to see him prostituted.
whether it is a prosecutable offence. He lives in America. Unlike Elon...
How is he asking a few bleeding questions, a prosecutable offence, whatever the word is? How is that even a thing? Because we sit over here and go, oh, look at that Trump over there, what he's doing, oh, Biden, bloody, bloody, blah. You can say what you want. Admittedly, yeah, no. Actually, scrap that. He has got the biggest platform in the world, so sod him.
Musk, I'm not going to foray into the American justice system.
Do not foray. Especially with those teeth, darling. Please, I'm begging you. The whole of mankind is begging you. Whatever you do, never foray. Right, go on.
Anybody should be in prison.
Come on, miss.
Elon Musk launched his attack after you rebuffed Oldham
I
Council's
love that
request
perm,
for an
darling.
inquiry into historical abuse in the town. Do
Right.
you stand by that decision not to hold an inquiry, despite the fact that Alexis Jay's inquiry only mentioned Rotherham, for example?
Oh, well, that was a hooky load of old nonsense. I think that was the Tories that cooked that load of old bleeding BS up. Anything with John Wedger attached to it, you just know it's going to be a bleeding load of old crap. Anyway, so back to the plot. Yeah, we had a load of LARPs there, and it's obfuscated the issue and made it all about them. Because when that bleeding creature was on that, what's it called? International Court of Human Justice, right? Some bullshit. He did manage to make it all about him. He did. They always do. Anyway, I was me being. And there I was I-eyeing. Oh, it's all about me and I. And that's what she's doing here. It's all about her and safeguarding minister that now feels unsafe because somebody asked her a question. Go on.
In 468.
Right, okay, so first and foremost, I didn't rebuff
don't rebuff.
request. What I suggested was that they...
No, because that sounds rude. So, are you actually bearing your soul now? Are you admitting to the public at large and the whole of the globe that on occasions you've been known to slyly rebuff? Well... To be honest, I had you down for a rebuffer every day of the week, love. Go on.
Do an independent local inquiry because
yes.
I was part of the Telford inquiry. I supported the victims of the Telford inquiry before the inquiry. In fact, during for many years before.
Right. So we'll stop you there because I think I'm not going to bore any of us any further by saying that she's actually talking twaddle. Twaddle's a word, and it's a word I'm going to stick vociferously to. Absolute twaddle. Right. Anyway, the thing is, everybody knew it's happening. It's been going on for years. Certain people are in prison for talking about it and have been in prison quite a few times. And all the media classes say, oh, well, that certain person's a criminal. He's a criminal. Yeah, you criminalised him. Oh, yeah, he could have messed up a trial. No, he couldn't. He went back to report on the guy's sentencing. They were going to jail. They'd already been found guilty. So how was he messing up any trial? He was stood outside like any other reporter. But tenuously, you managed to link it all together and throw him in prison. Well, you didn't. It was the Tory government backed by you. You lot said nothing because it served your purpose. Because all you lot are the MPs for those areas. You were all rubbing your hands, weren't you? Oh, Uriah Heep, like, oh, yes, I'm ever so humble. I am ever so humble. And anyway, this bleeding clown, right? She's... Basically, let's cut to the chase. She turns a blind eye to a lot of it because she needs their votes and the imams tell them what to vote. But the type of people, and I'm talking about people, what's it a percentage? I said it's some sort of percent, like 7% of that population or ethnicity behave in this reprehensible way. They're not the sort of people that she should be worried about voting for her, because to start with, they're not going to vote for her because of her ethnicity and the fact she's female. And secondly, they're not going to vote for her because those type of people don't go around voting. They're psychopaths. They're antisocial, personality disordered, messed up. It doesn't matter what religion, it doesn't matter about this and what book they've read that told them it's okay. You can read all sorts of things. It doesn't mean it's okay. You read Stephen King, it doesn't mean you can go around doing the things he does in his books. Yeah? It's no excuse. It takes a personality type. Maybe they use some random book as justification. Maybe they use some mindset or somebody that said something to them once in a church or a temple or a synagogue, and that gave them the justification. But in that congregation would have been stood probably hundreds of other people that wouldn't have behaved like that. So it takes a specific personality type to behave like that. And that type of personality won't be voting for you or anybody, darling. Right.
And then during the inquiry, and what I saw happen in Telford, and I thought they should have a national inquiry before.
Yes, you did.
What I saw was a process that put the victims at the heart of it. No. They led it. It felt complete.
This is so disingenuous because she's not even a very good actor. Everything she just said there, that didn't happen. Victims have never been part of anything. Nobody's actually spoken to the victims per se. Da-dee-da-dee-da. And it's just a load of waffle. It's waffle chops, isn't it, really? Yes, we get it. Well, word salad, that's the other one. I was going to say a waffle stew, but it's more like a word salad, isn't it? So, it was in your remit to say something. It was in your remit to do something, but nobody did or said anything. And other MPs that did say something or tried to do something were sidelined or sat from their jobs or moved out or whatever. Basically shut up. So, you all stood by for the sake of diversity, equity and inclusion. If it was a load of Buddhists, well, it'd still be the same thing, wouldn't they? Because this whole thing here would be going, oh, well, I might lose the Buddhist vote. All those Buddhists that like behaving in a reprehensibly vile, evil way, it's about 7% of the entire population of Buddhists. I'm really worried about them 7% that wouldn't have voted for you or anybody anyway. Bleeding creature. Anyway, a crime is a crime is a crime. There you go, I've said it and I don't care who bloody well knows it. Bleeding shower of shoot. Anyway, I think we're bored, you're bored, she's bored, I'm bored of her. It's a cesspit, isn't it? So, as I usually say, I'm going to have to avoid tunnels. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. And do this. Hopefully I can do it. And wish you all a happy afternoon, evening, morning, good night. And just don't let the buggers get you down. They're turning my brain to bleeding mush.